Hello YouTube. I want to talk today about some very interesting artifacts from the mists of time, from antiquity and even before antiquity. Well, there is a statue that's kept in the German Museum of Pergamon. It's located in Berlin. This statue was found during excavations by German archaeologists in the ancient city of Uruk, which is located on the territory of modern Iraq. Uruk is an ancient city-state of the Sumerians, which existed back in the 3rd millennium BC. Many amazing archaeological finds have been discovered in that land. Many of them are little known. For example, like this sculpture in the photo. Perhaps there is very little information about this because scientists cannot explain why is the statue inside the sphere. This ball or sphere is very similar to the ancient Vimanas, images of which can be seen in many other ancient sources, and I've discussed them in my previous videos about ancient India, for example. I should add that many other mysterious evidence of the past are found in the territory of Iraq. For example, the tanks on the Assyrian bas-reliefs. Assyria was an ancient state that was located on the territory of modern Iraq. A large number of Assyrian bas-reliefs have been preserved, and they depict very strange mechanisms. The term Assyrian ram or Assyrian tank was coined for them, and the tank is usually enclosed in quotation marks. This is a kind of Assyrian weapon similar to modern tanks or armored personal carriers with 4 or 6 wheels. Historians believe that it moved with the help of horses or donkeys. However, none of the bas-reliefs depict an animal. I am not aware of who in the scientific world is trying to explain this riddle. Well, there have been hypotheses which sound like this. It is assumed that they had poles behind them to which draft animals were tied for their movement. However, again, on the bas-reliefs with tanks, there are no animals either in front or behind, while in the images of ordinary Assyrian carts, there are always horses or donkeys. There is also a hypothesis that the mysterious mechanism was accelerated manually and it moved by inertia. However, on some bas-reliefs, the Assyrian ram rises uphill, which suggests that it clearly had some kind of engine. It is also believed that this Assyrian mysterious weapon did not shoot, but what was used to ram the fortress walls. You know what? Look for yourself at these bas-reliefs and decide whether the Assyrian tank is really a tank. Okay? Now let's move on to India. There is an archaeological complex called Sahasralinga, located on the Shalmala River in the Indian state of Karnataka. When the summer comes and the water level in the river decreases, hundreds of pilgrims come here. Various mysterious stone figures carved in immemorial times are exposed from under the water. Look at the strange objects that are underwater and appear when the summer comes. What do they resemble to you? How and why and when they were made? And of course, we don't know by whom exactly. Well, in the same country of India, Ratnagiri is a little-known Buddhist monastery in the state of Odisha, I think formerly called Orissa, in India. This monastery was once the largest center of Buddhism. It was excavated quite recently, in the 1960s, and excavations are still ongoing. Please pay attention to the skill level of the ancient builders, to the carefully crafted blocks, tightly fitted to each other. But the most interesting thing about this monastery are the numerous stupas. Stupas are places of worship in Buddhism, and they are very similar to small vimanas, flying spaceships or ships, aircraft of antiquity. many ancient petroglyphs and rock paintings of stupas have been preserved. And they show that they have something like an antenna on top. For example, petroglyphs in Pakistan, the valley of the Indus River, or a drawing in the lost cave of the Mustang Kingdom in Nepal. It has not only a Vimana but also two Vajras. This is the mysterious weapon tool from the past, and I discussed it in my videos about ancient India. Moreover, conical antennas have been preserved on some of them, and on the other stupas, they were obviously broken off or removed. We can still see their bases of those antennas. This monastery and its stupas are simply fascinating and full of secrets of the past that we're trying to unravel. Who were the ancient builders? What were they trying to convey to us? By the way, according to the fragmentary information preserved, Vimanas flew with the help of mental energy. Maybe someday we too will be able to master such technologies. And of course, our world will change. Okay? And also, I want to touch briefly today on such an unusual topic as the possible existence of the Nag civilization in ancient times. Look, it is impossible to completely deny the existence of Nagas. However, as well as other mythological creatures, because the older part of our history is shrouded in thick veil of unsolved mysteries. But Nagas, not just chosen for this article, but because of quite factual reasons. On some ancient structures, and not only structures, and you can find images of snakes. Some from Peru, some from India, some from other lands. Remember, here's what Ivan Yefremov wrote in his wonderful book, Thais of Athens. Please see my playlist about this mysterious person and his work. I think you will learn quite a lot. Here's what he wrote. The Indian wise men said that their sacred book, Aitareia, calls the Greek Gaia Earth Sarpolgini, or the Queen of Serpents, the mother of all moving things. For a serpent is a symbol of movement in the struggle between opposing forces. According to their myths, there used to be a race of snake-like people, or Nagas, or Nags, who numbered no more than 1,000. The people who inhabit the earth now are the fifth race, created under the symbol of bull and cow. The bull is sacred in Greek land in the west, and the cow is sacred in India. From the Nagas, their people have inherited the ability to rule over the poisonous snakes of India. Well, you can see very interesting images of snakes from various parts of the world, and we'll talk more about it. But the more I study this, the more I do my research, the more I see interconnectedness of very ancient civilizations, and the more I realize that we know very little, and it will take, I don't know, if 1 century or more of discoveries to know more. But somebody somewhere most likely has this storage stored, and I talked about such possible entity or a society, the society of 9 unknowns, and who knows what else is out there. But we try. So if you like my research, and I will bring you more of it, please subscribe to my channel, like it, tell others, and please, if you can support my research, you'll find the links on how to do it in the description to this video. Thank you.